All right, so I don't know what happened with the last video. I apologize for that. I'm gonna delete that. They weren't being friendly with me. But what is up, guys? I know this is a late live stream. It's just because YouTube, when it comes to uploading, it's not my favorite thing to do with the phone. It takes like too long. I get a long ass video on my phone data. Don't want to deal with that. So I decided I'm just gonna do a live stream real quick. I didn't watch all of AEW Full Gear. Will I review all the show? I don't know. From what I've seen from other people, a lot of people said that the last two matches is all you need to watch, and I was like, okay, I'll watch the last two matches, and I watched Omega versus Moxley. That was a good little hardcore match. Nothing too like over the top or special for me. It was okay, but what I mainly want to talk about in this live stream is the MJF heel turn. So Maxwell Jacob Friedman, otherwise known as MJF, is a character in AEW All Elite Wrestling. A lot of wrestling fans like him because he sticks to kayfabe a lot. He's a big douchebag and everything. So it's kind of funny. He does like a bunch of heel stuff. Some people say he takes it too far. Some people enjoy his work. I personally think he's good on the microphone. Can he be a tad bit overrated sometimes? Absolutely. It's just because we don't have a lot of people talking about it. Well, Degenerate Shargon, I worked from like 3:30 to 12 a.m. today, so that's why. But that's the reason why it's a little bit late on this video. I've been working all day, didn't have a free time, and then I just watched the last two matches. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, man, I feel like AEW, man, they rushed this heel turn of Cody versus MJF. I feel like Cody versus MJF, this should have been saved till May, man. Because here's what I'm saying. One of the things one of the things is this. Uh, AEW likes to tell themselves they like to do long-term storytelling, and the one reason that they're trying to get back into wrestling is that they want to tell the best stories. Well, to me personally, like I like the ending to Jericho versus what's his name? Jericho versus Cody. I thought that was a good ending. MJF throws in the towel. You could have played that off for a couple months. MJF for the longest time probably apologizing Cody, saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I messed up." Blah 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 blah. You could have gone down that route. You could have had it where it's like a few months and maybe MJF convinces Cody, "Hey, why don't we go for the tag titles?" Or something like that. Because let's be real here. As good as the character Maxwell Jacob Friedman is, and anyone knows who watches his MLW stuff, his wrestling, it's okay. There's nothing really too special about it. That's why he hasn't really wrestled much in AEW. Let's be real, AEW's fan base, they have a certain style of wrestling they like. They don't really care for like MJF style of wrestling. There's not a lot of guys who can really keep up with there's not a lot of guys MJF can keep up with, and his style looks good. Now Cody is the type of guy he would wrestle, but besides Sean Spears and a couple other people, you kind of have to hide his ability to not really do what AEW wrestlers do type of style. So for me, I figured that AEW would groom MJF, take a minute with MJF, try to find a way to show MJF strengths. And I thought for a minute they were going to keep this Cody feud and keep it on the back burner. Because to me, if you're going to turn MJF heel, he needs to be a guy that's going for the world title after this heel turn. Like he can't be just some guy that turns heel just for Cody to fight and to give Cody a big match at the next pay per view. Because to me, that's just lazy. That's just lazy booking. That's some WWE type booking. I know AEW fans would be like, "Well, Case, if you watch Being the Elite since the inception of AEW, yeah, I have. I checked out Being the Elite. I'm not stupid. All right, I've seen Being the Elite. I know what Being the Elite does. I'm not dumb. Okay, I get it. This has been going on YouTube since like January. But here's the thing: AEW has only been going on since May. The TV show has only been going on since October. A lot of people and I know this surprises AEW fans. Not a lot of people know the full backstory. So now it's like these fans are going to be wondering, wait, was he really his friend all along? Like to me, the heel turn was just too soon. They needed to wait on this heel turn. They needed to wait until it was a proper position where MJF was built up enough for when he turns heel, and hopefully Cody puts him over because Jesus, if this feud is just for Cody Rhodes to beat him and Cody Rhodes to just look awesome, then that's a waste of a time. Because like I just felt it was rushed. That's like my major complaint from what I saw from the main event stuff from AEW. I didn't watch anything else. Everything else, everyone has said you could watch on AEW Dynamite, and I don't feel like that's worth pay-per-view price if that's what everyone's saying. I seen like some of the sheep say that it was an okay, like it was still great, better than most WWE shows. Which to me personally, it's like okay, if you're comparing it to WWE, that doesn't mean shit. Compare AEW to AEW. Stop comparing to other fucking wrestling companies. I'm so tired of this. You can compare it to all the wrestling companies you want, but at the end of the day, you got to compare AEW to AEW. And if it feels like a TV show on the pay per view, that's no bueno. You can't have your TV show feel like a fucking pay per view. Like that's stupid as hell. Like you can't tell me, oh man, yeah, well, it's just like the TV show. Then why am I paying $50 for a TV show? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I paying $50 for this? But yeah, the MJF heel turn. I feel like AEW just kind of blew their load on this one, man. I feel like this is going to be one of those learning mistakes from AEW. I think further down the road, we're going to look at this and we're going to say, yeah, they should have waited on the MJF heel turn. Yeah, they should have just waited until it was primed and ready to go. Like instead of what they did, like I just feel like I really just felt like they just didn't know. Like I felt like I said the ending was perfect. We could have had, a good Cody and MJF redemption story. We could have Cody and MJF pretty much being a tag team for the inner circle, or not the inner circle, to face off against the inner circle. I felt that would have been good. It would have been good for Cody to team up with the MJF type of character, and it would have been nice if they would have gotten a couple shots for the tag team titles, maybe win it, just for the shins and grins of everything. I felt that would have been something subjective. I felt that would have been nice, and especially because, like I said, if you're going to turn MJF heel, it's because you believe he's ready to become a world champion. Because like think about it, man. Just think about if MJF became, let's look at what they've done so far with the MJF character. We've introduced him on being the elite, pretty much a show that Cody can also watch, where he's a piece of shit to everyone else except for Cody. And then, he does this character. He's best friends with Cody. He loves Cody. Cody's his guy. Blah, 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 blah. All right. That's from YouTube. Keep in mind, TV audience just knows as MJF, like from when AEW started, MJF has been just this guy that's been loyal to Cody. Fans seem to boo him, but they know at the end of the day, he's cool with Cody. Cody's a babyface. MJF is by a babyface. They could have used this ending, have MJF, show more character arc depth, apologize to Cody for messing up his one and only world title shot. Say he's going to make it up for him. Says to Cody, I'll face Chris Jericho in a match where I'll try to get your title shot back. He begged Chris Jericho, not for a world title match, for Cody Rhodes, his best friend, to get that world title match back. Then the MJF could have had a match with Chris Jericho, a good main event match for an AEW Dynamite where Jericho ends up beating him. But people go, oh wow, this MJF, this kid has potential. I haven't really seen him wrestle that much, but he's actually pretty solid. Chris Jericho could have pulled out a good match with him. It could have been a nice main event. And then Cody would have been like, you know what, Maxwell, thank you so much for trying to do that. And then you build more of a friendship, a bromance. They win the tag titles. Maybe not win the tag titles. A couple times they fail. And then finally, when it's like May, and it's like a big time match. It's like a big time match where that has some importance, that has some aspect where it's like Cody needs to win this match. And all of a sudden, that's when MJF turns on him. And that's when you're like, what the hell? Because to me, it's just like, it just felt like they needed something for January. It's like I don't know when the next pay-per-view is, but it just felt like they needed something right away. It was just like Cody didn't want to step on the Bucks' toes and be like, hey, I want to do this tag team thing and stuff like that. Because to me personally, the Young Bucks, I don't even know where they're at in AEW right now. They're kind of like I get it. They're trying to not put themselves over, but man, they're not really I don't know. It's kind of confusing when I talk about the Young Bucks like that. It's kind of weird me being confused about the Young Bucks and wishing they win more in their own stupid company. You would think I'd hate that, but it's like they get hyped up so bad and so much, and then it's like they're just trying. I feel like the Young Bucks are putting people over just to put people over, just to be like, "Hey, we're doing it. Like us now. We're not pieces of shits." And it's like, no, just be the piece of shits. because that gets more talking points, and that's more entertaining than what you guys are doing now. But I digress. More on the MJF heel turn. I just feel like there should have been more of a slow burn, more of a built-up story to the point where I'm actually emotionally invested in this friendship. Yes, granted, I know the heel turn would happen, but think about the TV audience. Think about all the moments and times that you could have gotten with MJF and Cody, and how much more emotional this would have been. Like that's just what I'm saying. I just feel like that there could have been more emotion, could have been more frankly storytelling that would have been told. I get it. I know what people are going to say. If you watch Being the Elite, I watched it. I'm talking about your TV audience because ultimately I shouldn't have to watch like 8 million YouTube channels just to figure out what the hell is going on TV. Your TV show is there for a reason. Don't, but that's it. To me personally, the AEW, the one thing I think this is probably one of their second biggest mistake. The first one was trying to give Shawn Spears a push, and we saw that fucking worked. But this is their second biggest mistake. I feel like them turning MJF heel was just way too soon. Like I feel like they should have just waited. They should have just built up the bromance between Cody and MJF more. They should have made it more emotional. They should have made it to the point where it was like, okay, this right here hurts. Because like if you think about it, they would have just gone this long-winded route, and then later on we get this like aces and eights type of review. I know everyone's gonna shit on the aces and eights, but y'all can't deny that the episode that Bully Ray revealed all the backstory of it and shit, that was one of the best episodes of TNA Impact history. So don't at me. That's true. But I just feel like the MJF heel turn was just too soon. I'll stay on for like a few more since there's only like 3 people watching right now. And also it's pretty late, so I don't expect people to be watching. Yeah, man, Aces and Eights. Well, Aces and Eights was tight. You know, I mess with it. I'll do a couple Q&A questions. Are the Bucks in limbo? Yeah, Degenerate Shark. That I don't like this, man. I wish the Bucks were just either like we're winning more, man. Like I just feel like the Bucks should just be winning more. Like I just feel like the like them right now, like Pride and Powerful, you know, the Bucks should have won this match tonight. I'm being dead honest here. When I saw the result that the Bucks lost, I was like, really? I'm not even the biggest Young Bucks fan. Y'all seen my Young Bucks rant, but really, to be honest, you need to show some weakness in the inner circle. I know everyone's gonna be like, what? What? No. You gotta have some weakness. Like that you. The problem is if you make a heel faction too strong to start, then it just makes it unbelievable when they ultimately fall. That's the problem. That's the thing. There always has to be something where it's like, hey, this is something that the heel faction can't get over. And especially because, you know, Santana and Ortiz, they already have enough heat. It's not like they're going to lose their heat if they lost to the Young Bucks. Like the Young Bucks beating them. Like here, the Young Bucks are labeled one of the best tag teams in the world. Like best tag teams in the world. They should be the ones getting the win anyways. They should get the win here tonight anyways. So that way Santana and Ortiz get more aggressive and try to find a different way to attack the Young Bucks. Because, like, to be honest, we're building up the Young Bucks as pound for pound, one of the best tag teams in the world. And let's be real here, Pride and Powerful, unless you watch TNA or Impact Wrestling, you don't really know them all that much. You just don't. So you should have booked it where the Bucks won this match by luck or some other way, and this made Proud and Powerful say, okay, we got to fight differently. We got to be more vicious. We got to take you to the streets and beat the crap out of the Young Bucks in like a street fight or something where it's not in the Young Bucks element. You guys get what I'm saying? I know it's like everyone's like, well, this is where the Elite comes back at the end. That's a boring story. We've seen this story how many times in wrestling? Oh, the heels are so dominant. Oh, we just need the baby faces to overcome. Oh, put me to sleep with that story. Shit. Try something new. You're a new wrestling company. You can try something different. One of the main problems with AEW is they don't try to introduce the wrestlers assuming that fans know who they are. Yeah, that's the problem. That's a main problem with what they call AEW. They just expect us to already know most of these wrestlers. They just expect us. They go like, all right, here's Shawn Spears. Who the fuck is this guy? Like, no, for real. Who is he? Joey Janela, the bad boy. Why is he a bad boy? Darby Allin's sick. Why is Darby Allin sick? Like I just don't know. Like for real, like I honestly don't understand why these characters are such a big deal, or why should I be emotionally attached or invested in any of these wrestlers that are not the elite or the inner circle? Like Pac, whatever, cowboy shit, whatever. I get it. Yeah, he's part of the elite, but let's be real, whatever. Yeah, like the inner circle though, like those are the people that like are like pretty much the wrestlers. You know, like like those are the only people where it's like, oh yeah, Sammy Guevara, I know him. He's the Spanish God. You know, everyone else like in AEW, like if you chose someone like, yeah, this is Darby Allin. All right, what is he? Well, we fought Chris Jericho for the world title. No, what is he? He's like a skateboarder. Yeah, but why? He used to pro skate. So why is that his character? So yeah, what do I think about the main event? It was good. It's like most. I know I'm trying to say his name correctly. John Moxley matches. It's like any Dean Ambrose match you ever fucking see. Slow ass start. Takes a minute to warm up. Once Moxley and slash Ambrose knows what to do, he goes ahead and does it, and then it's some crazy bunch of bumps. Good stuff. Like it was cool to kind of see that kind of like, it wasn't too CZW for me. It was just on the borderline where it was like a good. No, it's not a 5-star match. What the fuck? No, it's like 4. I would give it like, I don't do star ratings like Meltzer, but I would only give it 4 stars. No way 5 stars. The fuck? If anyone gives that match 5 stars, they need to pass me what they're smoking because that's insane. But it was fine. You know, it was a good main event. It was a good match, but it's like most Ambrose slash Moxley matches. Takes a minute to warm up, takes a minute for things to actually happen, and then when they actually happen, it's either good or bad. So yeah, it was good though. It turned out pretty good in my personal opinion. So good main event. World title match was fine. Like I said, I haven't watched the rest of the card. I just checked the results. Oh, you're from Indonesia? That's cool, Reza. I don't know if you know this, Reza, but I do have. I'm a quarter Indonesian. My family is from Dutch, and they lived in Indonesia, and they were in the concentration camps during World War II. So yeah, I'm Dutch Indonesian. Oh, cool, Jay Jackson. I hope you have a pod. Go check out Jay Jackson's podcast because honestly, dude, I never heard any of your work. But if you want to send a sample, you can my way, and I'll tell you what I think. But yeah, if you ever want to have me on as a guest, just ask me. But yeah, just ask me if you ever want to have me on as a guest, and we can talk some chop about pro wrestling and stuff or anything. I don't care, to be honest. But yeah, the reason why I haven't been doing YouTube is I've just been super busy, guys. Super worn out. 2 jobs in class. Uh, I honestly don't know, man. They were just in the concentration camp because they got mistaken as Japanese people when they were trying to get to the States. But I don't know what city they were. I had to ask my mom that question, to be honest. I just know that we're Dutchanese, so we get Indonesian food all the time. It's great. Yeah, good Indonesian presence out here in Los Angeles. We have an Indonesian festival every May. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, but I hope to do more videos probably next year. Next year, I think I'm going to set a New Year's resolution when it comes to videos and the channel, and we will go from there. But like as of right now, it's just like whatever I find interesting in wrestling, and it's not a lack of interest of wrestling. That's not the reasons. That's not. No, I do not know Jakarta. I do not know any Jakarta, dude. But I like it's not a lack of interest in wrestling. Actually, I think wrestling's pretty decent right now. WWE, NXT themes, I guess, is kind of cool. AEW is actually, picking up and getting better as the months go on. NWA Power is really solid. Impact Wrestling's really solid. New Japan is just kind of like waiting to Wrestle Kingdom, but it's not because like, oh, I'm not like into wrestling or anything like that. It's just I just don't have any time. It's just like for me, I don't want to start up doing for me, I just don't want to start out doing like all these videos and then this happens again where I just don't have time to film the videos. I don't have time getting anything going. I don't have time to make anything. It's just like that's just the thing. Like for me, it's like I feel like January once that hits, I feel like that's when I'll finally come back full swing and I'll have a plan and stuff like to me I'm really gonna start planning it out in January. Like probably in December I'll start planning out what I want to do for the future of this channel moving forward because I see other channels that are like mine that have been like struggling for years, and then all of a sudden they get a huge resurgence out of nowhere. And I don't know. I just been a lot more positive and confident in my life lately that I just feel like the same thing can happen to for me. Like I honestly do feel like the same thing can happen for me where I can get a good resurgence in the near future. I've seen them before. It's just all about consistency here on this channel, and I really do feel like that is happening. I really do feel like there's an opportunity, and I feel like I'm going to take advantage of that when it comes down to January. My favorite wrestling YouTuber is OTR Central. I'm not gonna deny that. He's like my favorite wrestling YouTuber. Other ones, Wrestling with Regret, V and Fuso, the whole fucking show, uh, Teal Steven, my boy, uh, Big Mike Wrestling Show, my boy. Those guys. Oh, okay, Fabe too. If his channel's not deleted, but yeah. The Great One's funny, yeah. Like I don't consider him like in that group, but yeah, man. Like I really do think that there's an opportunity and a chance. I haven't seen Dave Knows Wrestling. I haven't seen him yet, but yeah, I feel like there's an opportunity and a chance. So hopefully we can get there one. Hopefully we can bounce back. I'm typing in Dave Knows Wrestling. Hmm, interesting. I'll have to check this guy out. Definitely have to check this guy out for sure. I like his thumbnails. But yeah, that's the reason why. Brock and Kane, it was a UFC fight, except it was shorter. It was shorter than the UFC fight. That's all I can really say about it. But yeah, man, hopefully we'll be back soon. But thank you guys for tuning into this live stream. I do have to go to bed. Got a big morning ahead of me, and it's gonna be fun. And then afterwards, got more homework to do. But thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Always showing up, always having a good time. Thank you. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter. All that good stuff. Have yourself a good one. Peace.